You want to hear a story about the day I learned just how far some people will go for a little taste of power? Well, buckle up because I still remember the exact second I met Karen Blackwood, the queen bee of Pine Ridge Summit. She marched right up to my gate like she was about to announce a police raid. Arms folded, lips tight, tapping her heels so hard on the gravel, I thought she might break an ankle. You'd think someone in a perfectly pressed white blazer would at least have the sense to wear boots up here in the mountains. But not Karen. Her designer shoes didn't even pick up dust like the HOA gods had parted the earth just for her. Her badge caught the sunlight flashing in my eyes, and for a second I honestly wondered if the Secret Service was doing home visits now. She didn't bother with small talk. "I need the key to inspect this property," she said, real official like she was doing me a favor. Behind her, my security system was humming along, facial recognition, AI cameras, you name it. I'd barely been in Pine Ridge 3 months. After selling my cybersecurity startup for more money than most people see in a lifetime, I just wanted to disappear into the Colorado trees and mess with new ideas, maybe go a day without worrying someone was trying to hack my life. Instead, I found myself in the crosshairs of a tiny HOA run by a woman who could have given Darth Vader a run for his money. Pine Ridge Summit was supposed to be a sleepy cluster of log cabins. Problem was, over the years, folks started living here year-round, and that's when the HOA popped up, and Karen, well, she found her true calling. You could tell this woman woke up each day ready for battle, clipboard in hand, rules memorized. She ran this neighborhood like a little fiefdom, and nobody crossed her without getting a lecture about mailbox heights or the color of your welcome mat. First week, she's at my door at 7 a.m., sharp 7 on a Saturday. Mind you, smiling like a crocodile, shoving a 37-page community standards manual into my hands. "You'll need to memorize this. There's a test," she says. I thought she was joking. She wasn't. 40 questions, multiple choice on everything from grass length to what type of shrub you can plant. I took it, scored a perfect 100, and I swear she looked personally offended she couldn't flunk me. So back to that morning, she wants my key. I keep it polite. "Sorry. Mrs. Blackwood, I can't hand out keys to private property." "Is there something specific you need?" That's when the color starts rising in her cheeks. "As HOA president, I have the right to inspect for compliance." She tries to make it sound like I'm running a meth lab, when really all I'd done was install some high-end security and solar panels. All up to code, mind you. She just had a knack for sniffing out imaginary problems. We went back and forth for weeks. Every other morning she'd show up, some new complaint in hand. The solar panels were too shiny, the driveway too gravelly, even the shade of gray on the path wasn't HOA approved. I responded the same every time, polite, documented, always with a smile. And all the while, my security system logged every single visit, every threat, every made-up violation. Now you might think she'd run out of steam eventually. Nope. One Thursday, while I'm deep in code, just another day in paradise, my system pings me 3 people at the gate, 2 cars. My thermal camera picks up elevated heart rates. Karen's out there flanked by 2 guys built like linebackers, calls them security consultants. One's got a neck tattoo barely hidden by his collar. The other's cracking his knuckles like he's about to star in a B-movie. Their van looks like something out of Breaking Bad. Magnetic Mountain Security Solutions logos slapped on paint still shiny. Karen's voice rings out. "We've received a safety complaint. These gentlemen require immediate access to your cabin for structural inspection." I look them over, no IDs, no uniforms, no credentials. My AI is running their faces through every open database. What safety complaint, I ask? Who filed it? That's confidential. HOA business. She snaps, then actually tries punching random numbers into my keypad. That's when my system does its thing. Red lights a warning buzz and a friendly little AI voice, "Unauthorized access attempt detected. Perimeter secured. Authorities have been notified." Karen jumps back like the panel bit her. I fire up the external speakers. "Mrs. Blackwood, you just attempted to access a secured facility. That's a federal offense, given the technology stored here. I suggest you leave immediately. She sputters. Secured facility. This is a residential property. I keep it even. Actually, per my company's defense contracts. This site is subject to federal protocols. HOA rules don't apply here. The muscle guys are already tiptoeing back to their van. This isn't over, Karen shouts as she peels away. And that's when the real fun starts. Emergency HOA meeting the next week. She wants me expelled for endangering the community. I show up early with my laptop and a projector. The community center's a glorified cabin with a stack of folding chairs and the kind of fluorescent lights that make everyone look like they're auditioning for a zombie movie. Word's gotten out about the incident, so the place is packed. Neighbors I'd only ever seen out running like Sarah and Tom from Cabin 4, Miguel the landscaper even. Judge Fitzgerald, 92 years old and sharp as a tack. Karen tries to jump in, but Robert, the one sane board member, waves her down. I kick off a slideshow, first video of Karen demanding my keys, full audio, next her creeping around my place with binoculars at dusk, then instructing the mailman to watch for suspicious packages. You could hear a pin drop. Even her loyalists were suddenly fascinated by their shoes. Karen screeches, "This is illegal surveillance." I just nod. It's my property, all recorded, signs posted. But here's where it gets wild. The final video, Karen at my gate with her two consultants. My system's facial rec flagged one of them as having a record for B/E. Jennifer, the board secretary, pipes up, "You hired a convicted burglar to break into a neighbor's home." Karen's mouth is opening and closing like a goldfish at feeding time. I go on, "Oh, and I've already filed a police report. They'll probably want to chat, Mrs. Blackwood." The vote wasn't even close. Karen gets booted as president effective immediately. But it didn't end there. Sheriff's deputies showed up at her door 2 days later. Attempted breaking and entering, conspiracy, criminal trespass. The muscle guys. They turned on her faster than you can say plea bargain. Turns out she offered them cash to break in by any means necessary. She tried to spin it at trial, just a concerned volunteer, but nobody bought it, not with the audio of her telling them plain as day, "Get inside that cabin, whatever it takes." Jury took less than an hour, 18 months in county, and a $50,000 fine. I'll never forget the way her scream echoed down the marble courthouse halls as they put her in cuffs. Funny thing is, after all that drama, Pine Ridge Summit suddenly became the most peaceful place on earth. No more early morning tests, no more driveway complaints, just mountain air and neighbors who'd learned maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't let one person turn a community into their own personal fiefdom. Or maybe we just got lucky. Or maybe there's another Karen waiting in the wings, clipboard at the ready. So what do you think? Was justice really served, or did the whole neighborhood just dodge a bullet? Drop your take in the comments, because I know everybody's got an opinion on HOA drama, and honestly, I can't wait to hear where you all land on this one.